what's up, y'all? Roz Goldenwood here with Theresa Plaisance. TP is in the building. How are you?
I'm great. It's so happy to be with you again.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, you are just like positivity and a good chuckle.
All the time.
All the
How
time.
else are we trying to live if we're not spreading positivity and laughing, right?
I actually really enjoyed watching you through the circuit today. So, guys, we are in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a welcome preseason moment for Athletes Unlimited Season 5. And today, in addition to talking with me, you've been doing photo shoots and like media day type things.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed watching you through the circuit. How has it been for you?
It's been so much fun. I think AU just does a great job of allowing everyone to have their own self-expression. Like a lot of times in sport, they try to make you uniform and everyone fit into this mold. And here at AU, they really encourage you to like absolutely be yourself. And even when they do like, okay, like you're gonna wear this AU sweatshirt today, but you get to wear everything else to make it look like it's you.
Yeah.
So like, I just love the individuality of AU and just how they celebrate that.
Yeah. I mean, for you with AU, this is now 4 seasons in a row.
Great.
Why do you keep coming back to Athletes Unlimited? Like, what are you getting out of playing in this league?
I've always played overseas. I was doing really well overseas. It was like good, easy money to make as a post player going overseas. And I was doing it for so long that I'm like, yeah, you miss a lot going overseas, like birthdays, holidays. It's just hard to see life go on and you are just working really hard. I came to AU and I absolutely like fell back in love with the game of basketball. All the external pressures that come with pro sports are kind of taken away and you're surrounded by your peers who are also your teammates and your competitors. So there's a level of like understanding and a level of why, or understanding people's why. And it just brings a little bit more out of, you know, who you are. And you just learn and you grow a lot as an individual on and off the court through AU. And I think that it just provides everyone an opportunity to be themselves.
Yeah.
And I was perfect just the way I was showing up. No one told me like what I need to do more or I need to be better at this. Like I was self-aware and I was able to self-coach and also like take criticisms and compliments from my peers around me who I felt like truly cared about me. And this is just the perfect atmosphere for growth. And I couldn't be more grateful for AU in my time here.
This format, right? Because it's 5-on-5. You switch teams throughout the season and also individuals are scored. You can get a plus or a minus depending on if you're doing good things on the court or bad things.
Right.
Like, how does that work also in growing your game and the experience?
So I love AU because of there's games within the game. You wouldn't play some things like you would traditionally play a traditional basketball game. And I love whenever you need a foul, when you wouldn't typically foul, but in order for you to win the quarter points, you would foul, put them at the free throw line, and you're playing the long game in terms of all the games. But for you to win that quarter, you need to put them at the free throw line to get another possession so you can get another shot. And it's just the games within the game, the layers to AU, and also the dynamics of when you play on a basketball team, you play with like 12 women, and it's the same ladies every day that you're playing with and competing with. You're scoping out who on other teams you feel like you would play best with. If you get to a captain's chair, like who are you gonna select? And also you're keeping good vibes because you don't want to be like that teammate that's like, oh, I don't want her on my team.
Right.
So like, it's a really healthy environment. It's so much fun. And I think that like the games within the game of basketball also make it extremely exciting.
Yeah, it can be really exciting, like in the group chat to talk about the strategies or what you're seeing, even for fandom, just kind of following what's going on.
Absolutely.
I'll take a look also at your time in the WNBA. One of your more recent chapters was with the Las Vegas Aces. You won a championship with them. First of all, what did you think of their turnaround back to the championship, now cementing you as a part of this dynasty too?
There's certain teams that like just will always hold a special place in your heart. And for me, the Aces are definitely gonna always have a piece of my heart. And you just want to see teams that have poured into you do well. To see the way that they've been able to just take over the league in the last however many years, 4 years.
Yeah, 3 and 4.
It's been crazy. And it's also been really awesome. Like I was able to play with A'ja Wilson, one of the greatest players in the world, and you just understand that you hear about these superstars, right? And how superstars carry themselves. And then you meet like an A'ja Wilson or you meet like an Elena Delle Donne, and you meet these people that are like beyond humble and you just like see their greatness every day at practice, their work ethic, just how they show up and who they are. And it's just like it was a really special place to be. And like, I just love to see their success.
Yeah. It's also where you spent quality time with Syd, right? Syd Colson?
It is.
So obviously Syd Colson is here at AU as well. You guys have had an incredible run as co-hosts together, and you're now on Unsupervised with Syd and TP.
Yes.
What is it about Syd that you guys are just like, we go together and we're going to smash this podcast game together?
So it's kind of crazy. Like, they say the best things just happen naturally, right? And Syd and I were both kind of in the same boat. Like, they signed us, but we weren't like sure if we were gonna like make the roster. So we were immediately, I like show up to practice and I show up late. I was playing in Spain. So when I showed up, Syd was like being herself, and we've always known about each other throughout the league, like seen each other on like scouting reports. We even have like a lot of mutual friends, but we've never held conversation or like met before. But people have always—
year 2022?
Yes.
Wow.
Training camp 2022 is like when we had a conversation, and it was just like kindred spirits. Like you just felt like there were some things that ran thicker than blood, and Sydney is definitely one of those people in my life. And anybody that knows Sydney knows to love Sydney. She is one of the most generous, kind-hearted individuals that you'll ever meet in your whole entire life. And on top of the fact that she's uber successful and hilarious, the way that she shows up for others, I think, is what makes Syd the most special. And I love seeing that in somebody, especially someone as outspoken and someone who can really draw a crowd. Syd is an inspiring, influential person, and I just feel like she's the type of person that you want kids to look up to, you want kids to strive to be like, and like to have a best friend like her is— honestly, it's like hard at times because she's Syd. And also people that are around us like get tired of our jokes, and we have like a really good time all the time. Everyone like tries to put us on a word count. It never works, but we have a really great time together. And yeah, I'm very grateful for my friendship with Syd and everything that's come of it.
No, she speaks the same way about you. I literally just had to sit down with her.
I hope so.
I
hope so.
Yeah, that's it. And mostly just about the character and the kindred spirits, but also you guys are a riot together.
Yeah.
Also individually, when's the first time you recognized in yourself or considered yourself funny?
So I've always been a clown my whole life, like, but I was like a clown in like small spaces. Like my family knows I'm funny. My classmates used to think that I was funny. I was voted class clown in high school. And then professionally, like I was funny in my pockets, like in the locker room and stuff like that, but I didn't really take my humor to television. And I showed up to training camp, and Syd starts like dropping little tidbits like, hey, you could do TV, right? And I was like, oh, no, like I don't do TV. Like this comedy is just for like locker room stuff, like close friends, you get it. And she was like, yeah. A week later, hey, you could totally do TV. And I'm like, no, definitely never doing TV. She just kept being like that little bug in your ear that would just drop these like tidbits throughout the season. And eventually she was just like, hop on the Zoom call. What? I hopped on a Zoom call, and they were like, all right, so we're gonna do a show, like, it's gonna be 10 episodes. I was like, episodes? I thought we were doing like Instagram, some like social media. And they're like, I like jokingly said, so how many minutes are these episodes? And they were like 30. And I was like, Syd, what are we doing? She was like, oh girl, it's a TV show. And I was like, no way, this is crazy. So that's how it all started. And like my comfort grew in front of the camera because of how comfortable Syd is in front of the camera. And I was just kind of like going off of her, being 100% myself, but just like feeding off of her energy. And she like brings this like comfort, at least to me, in the space where I was outside of second grade. I was humbly Mary in the nativity scene, but outside of that large role, I haven't done acting since. So I took a large hiatus, and now I'm back. We've been doing some stuff, so it's been a lot of fun. I've also really enjoyed like acting and being in front of the camera and being like a personality. It's something that I had to get used to, but it's been a lot of fun.
You've been great. Also, what a testimony of friendship.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes a friend will pull you into a great opportunity or see it in you before you see it in yourself.
She absolutely did.
You guys have crushed it so much with all of the podcasting that like, I know about your talent and how funny you are. What are you trying to establish at AU about your basketball game?
So I've been, injured. I got injured in Seattle. Like I've been going through like little bouts of stuff. And I really want to show that I'm going to finish my career strong and on my terms. And I'm just going to come and do exactly what I've always been doing. And I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm not putting any pressures on what I need to be or what it needs to look like, because I don't think that's what makes basketball fun. I think just seeing yourself do what you have been, not necessarily training, but what you've been practicing within yourself. Self-confidence, patience, understanding, all these things, because I feel like I'm a good teammate to others and I like beat myself up on the inside. So this year is going to be a year of, I'm coming in, I'm going to be a badass, I'm going to do what I do, and I'm also going to, have a lot of fun doing it. And I just can't wait for this season of AU with the roster that we have. The women showing up this year is absolutely incredible. Future Hall of Famers, potentially, WNBA All-Stars, future All-Stars, etc. And, this is going to be a really fun season for everyone. And I'm really looking forward to stepping back on the court and, tapping into the college version of myself and like the prime version of myself and, really get myself going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to run through a wall right now.
Right, let's do it.
Let's go. I am so excited for you and just so, moved by your passion and emotion and everything you're holding on to right now. So I wish you the best in this upcoming season.
And we appreciate you. And we appreciate everything you do to highlight women's basketball.
Thank you.
And to bring us to the forefront. The way that you cover us, it's just, you can tell that the passion for women's sports is deep within you and as well, and it radiates through the way that you cover us. So we greatly appreciate you showing up here to AU, but also what you do for the sport just generally.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. And I receive all of it. Like I just thank you.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, appreciate the time.